Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. The new law that took effect in Europe says that if you dare to pay 1,000 euros in cash, you are in the gray market, meaning you may be going to jail. I'm not making this up. As always, you will find the sources linked in the video description below. Before we get started, please take a minute to show your support, subscribe to my channel on YouTube and Rumble just in case, and check out my newsletter available on Substack. So several weeks ago in March, the European Union introduced new cash payment limits of 7,000 euros, which is an equivalent of roughly 7,600 US dollars. The threshold does vary across Europe. For example, in France and Italy, the new cash payment limit is only 1,000 euros. So using today's exchange rate, that's about 1,100 US dollars. Besides cash restrictions, there is a new restriction on anonymous crypto transfers over 1,000 euros. So as you can see, these thresholds are getting lower and lower. Christine Lagarde, European Central Bank President, in a video call that also turned out to be a prank call, by the way, actually revealed that, quote, "We are considering whether for very small amounts, anything that is around 300 to 400 euros, we could have a mechanism where there is zero control, but that could be dangerous," she said. This video is still available on Rumble if you want to watch her actually say that. I will link it for you below, but of course it has been taken down here on YouTube. Of course, these are steps toward a cashless society, central bank digital currencies that we've discussed at great length here on my channel before. There are currently 114 countries across the world actively researching, actively piloting, or already using CBDCs. These 114 countries represent 95% of global GDP, gross domestic product. I would like to take a minute to thank the sponsor of today's video, Incfile. Incfile is absolutely one of the most affordable online incorporation services. It is extremely reliable and they pack in a bunch of great features that are useful when starting a business. If you have a side hustle or a side business, but you just don't know how to legally form a limited liability company, an LLC, an S corporation, or any other business entity, Incfile will help you do so in less than 15 minutes through their online guided tool. It really does take 15 minutes or less to start an LLC with Incfile. Receive 1 full year of free registered agent service when you sign up using the link shared in the description below. If we take a look at the European Parliament website, the new cash transaction limits are said to have been implemented as measures against money laundering and terrorist financing, so they're there to help you. Here it says that all entities such as banks, asset and crypto asset managers, real and virtual estate agents, and even high-level professional football clubs will be required to verify their customers' identity, what they own, and who controls the company. They will then have to transmit that information to a central register. Further, it reads, to restrict transactions in cash and crypto assets, MEPs want to cap payments that can be accepted by persons providing goods and services. In the same video that I mentioned earlier, Lagarde commented that she's expecting the EU to make a decision on the rollout of the digital euro later this fall. With that, European Central Bank did announce a timeline of the European digital currency rollout. As you can see here, there is a considerable amount of progress made every quarter, and in the third quarter of this year, so starting in September, they expect to announce when the rollout will actually happen. The European Central Bank also revealed that it is developing a digital euro app. Consumers will use a QR code to make a payment using the digital euro. Oh, and by the way, none of this is news. It has been a work in progress for years. It's just that we haven't really heard much about it at all. For example, back in 2021, when this project was officially launched. The European Central Bank published a summary of how it envisions the rollout of its digital currency. It says that users will be able to make purchases online, to pay taxes, to receive welfare payments, and to pay in physical stores. What I thought was really interesting is that there are 2 phases of the digital euro development and rollout. As you can see here, the first one solely focuses on P2P, peer-to-peer, and e-commerce. And the second phase is titled Remaining Cases. And it makes perfect sense, right? peer-to-peer will get more users join the new system, join the new platform, and enabling them to shop online, which is one of the priorities, e-commerce, that's what will keep them on that platform. The rollout of digital euro is being accelerated partially due to the fact that the digital yuan was launched last year. Western countries do not have their own equivalent of a CBDC just yet, so they may fear that the longer it takes them to launch a CBDC of their own, the bigger market share they might be losing. So it is probably safe to say that a considerable amount of work may have already been done behind closed doors, which would explain why it seems that the process is moving forward so aggressively, so quickly, and without any real obstacles. The only real and the biggest obstacle is, of course, the public. It is extremely uncommon to come across any support of digital currencies. For example, a survey of 2,500 adults in the UK for Politico found that only 24% believe a digital pound could bring more benefits than harm. Then there were also surveys done that revealed that the biggest concern is, of course, payment privacy, and not only for people in Europe, but also for those who live here in the United States. So with that, even though the general public is less than thrilled about digital currencies and the implications that it would have on their ability or inability to use traditional cash, we see that there is a significant progress being made every single day, and of course, there's more to come in the second half of this year. I will go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you might also enjoy another one I've uploaded recently summarizing the key CBDC facts that you need to know about, the red flags that you should know about. I will link it for you below. If you enjoyed this video, do show your support, give it a like, and consider sharing it. Subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and Rumble, just in case. And of course, I would love to have you back for my next video. If you enjoy reading, check out my newsletter on Substack. I will link it for you below. I'll see you in my new one tomorrow. Take care.